Hello and welcome to day 3 of our X Factor sew along. Today we'll be adding the sleeves, or if you're doing the the tank option, you'll be doing the armband, and we will be sewing the side seam. So another pretty easy day, basically 4 stitches all together. If you're doing the armband, make sure that you press them along the length, wrong sides together, open it up, sew them in a loop, just like you do with a regular neckband, and then mark the quarter points and add them to the sleeves. Pretty easy and straightforward. You can always refer to the video included in the pattern if there is something that is not included in my sew along, in my options for my dress that I'm sewing right now. So you can click on the interactive link in the pattern and follow those steps for that particular option if you need help. And of course, you can always ask in the sew along group. If you don't see me replying right away and you need me, just tag me. I get a million notifications every day, so I don't always see posts where I'm not tagged in. So definitely ask for help if you need help with any of the options included. So let's get started. I went ahead and pressed a memory hem on my sleeves, which is something I encourage you to do as well. As you can see, it's pressed 1/2 inch. This will help me on the last day when we will hem the skirt and the sleeves. So now I did that for both sleeves. Grab your bodice, and with the right sides together, match the shoulder seam of the sleeve with the shoulder marking, the notch that we did when we cut the pattern. You see on the curve of the sleeve, you have a notch for the shoulder seam, 2 notches that represent the back part, and 1 notch that represents the front side. So make sure that the right sides together, and then you place the right side of your the part of the sleeve that should be in the front, you place it towards the front of the bodice, and the part that has the 2 notches towards the back, you place it towards the back of the bodice. So this is my back. You see I have 2 notches here, right sides together. I'm just pinning the ends first on both sides. Then I'm going to add 1 extra pin on each side. So this is how it will look like. This is the front. You're matching together a concave and a convex curve, so you need to fit them. And this step will be a lot easier if you mark the shoulders and the ends and then fit the rest. So now we're going to sew the sleeve with a 1/2 inch seam allowance. Make sure that the raw edges are aligned, nothing is stretched. If you're a beginner, I would recommend maybe putting a few more pins or clips along the raw edge, and obviously sewing slower. Repeat the same thing for your other sleeve. Right sides together. I'm gonna match the center first. Not the center, the shoulder seam first. Then the ends. And there you go. Good press when you finish, so it reduces any possible, see right here, there's a slight waviness here. This will disappear. Once you steam it, it will disappear. So this is the front. Now you're gonna want to place them right sides together, match the sleeves, and I'm not gonna put many pins this time. I like to put one at the beginning of the sleeve, especially if it's a long sleeve. With the short sleeves, probably I wouldn't. And then I'm gonna put a pin on the at the shoulder seam, like the armpit seam, and then one at the bottom here. And I'm going to sew the sleeves and the side seam with a 1/2 inch seam allowance on both sides. And that is basically the last step for today. So this is my sleeve and the side seam on one side. Of course, I'll repeat the same thing on the other side. Give it a good steam press and then post a picture of your progress in the day 3 check-in photo comments in the Sew Along album on Facebook. And then I'll see you back here tomorrow when we'll be sewing the neckband and the back band of the bodice. Talk to you soon. Bye.